Let's dive a little bit deeper into how a creator theme works. For this one, I am working or looking at just a local version of Isabel Eats. It may not match what's currently on her site, but this was just some tests. And I'll give you some insight into how like that template editor works and everything like that, especially if you haven't seen any of our tutorial videos that we've sent out to current creator theme clients. So essentially, the creator theme is what's called a block theme, and it uses the site editor, previously known as like full site editing, which is essentially this button right here to be able to customize everything on the site. And it is a little complicated. There's essentially templates, there's pages or posts, there's template parts, there's reusable blocks. There's quite a bit of terminology that can be discussed here. Here are all the templates that we've created. So by default, especially if you saw Mad About Food, there's really just these ones that are here on the bottom. So from index down to with sidebar, these are kind of what we start with as defaults. Depending on the project, we also probably add like product section, product link. These are for shop products. And then we also have custom templates for categories. This is definitely one of the benefits of doing the site editors. We're not having to create a custom way to build out category content anymore. This is now fully baked into the site editor experience. And so there's really not a lot that we're having to do custom in terms of functionality. Everything we do custom, we try and put into a plugin so that it's something that gets updates regularly. It's something that is supported separately from the theme. The theme, we really want it to be able to make beautiful sites and give control to our clients while also giving them the ability to work with anyone that has experience with the site editor. So let me click into some of these templates and just kind of show you the differences between them. This would be the index is like the default template that shows up on your archives. There's some spacing weirdness here that usually isn't seen on the front end. So there's a little bit of differences in what you'll see on the front end. And what you see here in the back end. But this could also just be that this is an older version of the site that I'm working with. Here you can see we've done a custom template for Christmas. And so we've got custom content that's been filled out for Christmas. And these are using custom blocks. So that goes on for quite a bit. This is the default area. This starts with a template, like a starting point template. So when you go to create a new category, it'll suggest blocks to add, and then you can edit those and remove them, change them out with whatever patterns you want. So templates here, we also have all of your pages. This is just another way to look at pages and their content here. You can see them like in the full context of the page template that they're on, but this is just like when you view your page, like edit screen. Styles, you can change out anything that's been done site-wide. So I can come here, I could change out the fonts, the colors, sort of kind of the layout of the whole site if I wanted to. So like, for example, these are the colors that are default in the theme, and then I could change these or I could add custom colors. So again, this really isn't like specific to our theme. This is more just like how full site editing works in general. You could watch more videos on this. I think it's really interesting. We do everything in code essentially, so that if you come in here, you can overwrite what we want, what we have with what you want. You can even do that with like core blocks and that sort of thing. But we try and do it in code so that if you want to come in and just revert all of your changes, you'd be back to where we started with. Navigation, these are essentially just your menus. I'm going to skip that one. We'll go into patterns. This one's really interesting because there's a lot that's now included in patterns. Reusable blocks are now called synced patterns. And then you also have something that we use within the theme called template parts. And those are also a type of pattern. So these are template parts here. They are like, this is the header that's on your site, the footer that's on your site, the sidebar. You can edit the content in them and they update across all of them. So they're kind of like synced patterns, but they have specific locations that they belong in. And then this one actually has the patterns set up as well that are through the theme. And these are kind of like all of the designs, all of the blocks that are on the site. without any content in them. These are just plain query loops. These ones would be used as headings. You can see they have like placeholders for what you would fill out, but they don't actually have any of that text in there yet. And you would insert these wherever you want to use them. So you still get a lot of the visuals that come with a custom theme, but they're just in this whole new format to really be flexible for you. So that's kind of a high level overview of how full site editing, block themes work overall, some of the features that we're specifically building into them. There is, of course, much deeper we could go in this, but I think that this is pretty exciting and a good starting point for kind of understanding how this theme works in general.